Hey Internet, it's Jason.
And Dave.
Welcome back to the Nova Game Demos YouTube channel. Today is going to be a first for us as Dave and I play the first two-player specific game right out of the box for you today. We're going to be dueling it out to see which of us can build the better wonders, can advance our military strength further, or outsmart the other one with our academic knowledge as we play a game of Seven Wonders Duel.
Seven Wonders Duel is a two-player game. It's specifically two players with ages 10 plus and takes about 30 minutes to play. It's made by Repost Games.
In the game of Seven Wonders Duel, for anybody who's familiar with the original Seven Wonders game, a lot of the rules and the gameplay are kind of similar with just little bits of variances to make it more two-player fun and two-player specific. So without further ado, let's just break it down.
Break it down.
So in the box for Seven Wonders Duel, you're going to get a game board, which is going to be used to advance military strength from one side to the other. You're going to get Wonders cards. There's a bunch of different wonders that you can potentially be dealt out. You'll have some monetary money that's used to purchase cards or buy resources. You're going to have different intellectual chips that you can gain through picking up academic cards throughout your turns. And like the original Seven Wonders game, it's broken down into 3 ages.
So in each age of the game, you're going to have specific cards. Unlike the original where you pass cards around, these cards are going to be set up in sort of a pattern depending on which age it is. Each age has a different pattern, and you'll be able to pick from the cards that are unveiled.
Some of the cards are going to be hidden to you, while some of the cards are going to be face up. And as you take away from those face up cards, the hidden ones will become seen. The other nice thing is, kind of similar to the original Seven Wonders game, they give you more cards than you need for each age. So with each age, you're going to burn some cards. So it's going to add to the replayability because you're never going to have the same set of cards on each playthrough that you do of the game.
And in this version of the game, there's several ways to win. You can win through military might. As Jason mentioned, this tracker here, military gets pushed depending on how much military might you have, and you can get enough military might to actually straight out win the game.
As well, you can win the game through science, through academic purchases. So there's going to be some green science cards that'll come up through all the ages. If any one of us happens to get a set of 5 different science cards, then they will win automatically through their academic achievements. Each of the science cards will have an icon at the top, so that's what I mean by 5 different science cards. Like there's a mortal and pestle, or a gear, or different things like that. And if you're able to amass 5 different ones, then you will automatically win. As well, if you manage to pair up a pair of the same symbols, then you will get to draw one of these cards, one of these tiles that we were talking about, and these tiles will assist you in winning the game if it comes down to the end of it, or it could also give you some money. There can be other benefits. We'll explain those tiles as well should we encounter them as we play.
And the final way to win is the standard. If it comes down to it, nobody wins by military, nobody wins by science, and we've drawn the last card in the 3rd age, then it comes down to points.
And like the original Seven Wonders, there's a nice handy-dandy score sheet that they give you so that you can actually score out the game. You can see this one's actually been scored from a previous game that we played. But I think that's pretty well all you need to know about the workings of the game, so let's give it a play.
Let's play.
Well, welcome to Age 1 of our Seven Wonders Duel demo. Don't know if we're going to play through the whole game or if we're just going to do the single age to give you guys an idea of the play style. As per our normal, this is Jason over on this side of the table.
And
Hi.
Dave's over here.
So, the way the cards came out as we first dealt them, there's a lot of military strength on there. We already flipped a coin at random, and Dave's going to be our first one to go. So, what Dave gets to do is choose which of the cards he wants to take. We both have 7 money to start off. There's a cost on any of the individual cards and what they cost in resources or gold. So in the case of this lumber mill, it's 1 gold. In the case of this garrison, it's a brick, and so on and so forth.
So this lumber doesn't cost anything at all, so I'm going to take some free lumber.
And I myself, I think I am not going to want Dave to get his hands on all of this military might that's in front of us. So I myself am going to choose... Which one of these do I want? Tough call. I'm going to choose this guy. Now, he costs brick, where this guy costs lumber. So the way it works for resources, since neither of us are producing lumber, I can just buy lumber from the bank. And when you're buying the resource from the bank, it's going to cost you 2 gold for that resource, plus the difference in your resources between yourself and your opponent. So in my case, as I said, Dave's not producing any, so there's 0, 0. So it's just going to be a straight 2 coins for me to buy the 1 brick that's required for me to purchase this army, or this garrison. And by purchasing the garrison, I'll be advancing the military might 1 further down the track towards Dave.
The other military on the board costs lumber, which I have, which I'm producing here, so I get to take that and make a stable. And that goes back
To the middle.
towards Jason's direction.
Now it goes to me again, and I am not going to want Dave to have a monopoly. Actually, no, I'll let him take that lumber. I'm going to go for the brick myself. Oh, and one other thing that we forgot to do. So let me put this back here. We're going to flip that card up and see what it is first. It's Glassworks. Let me see. One of my wonders does have a 2 glass cost to build, so it might not be a bad idea for me to go after that Glassworks. But I need brick in 2 of them as well. I think I will go after that brick that I was originally going to go for with no cost to me. And that's going to reveal another card here. In this case, the Baths, which is a straight 3 victory points for someone if they want it.
Alright, so I'm going to pay that 1 gold for the glass, which goes in the bank.
Give that to you there so you don't have to move across the whole table. Now it's up to me. So since if neither of us wind up being the victor for the game, it's going to come down to victory points. I think I'm going to go for that 3 victory points that's right there. Now again, it's going to cost 1 stone. Since I don't produce stone, Dave doesn't produce stone, it's going to cost me 2 gold, so I can buy that baths and get those 3 victory points.
I'm going to spend another coin and take that other lumber.
Just now going to put up these 2 cards as I knock one out of the way a little bit. Apothecary for science. And a marketplace where you can use that towards lumber only costing you 1. So that's a really nice marketplace to have.
Also with marketplaces, the more marketplaces you have, the more coins you get when you sell a card.
We might see that later on this round. So I'm going to go for that marketplace at the 1 cost wood. That's going to cost the last 3 gold that I have in front of me right now.
Alright, so I'm going to burn the science card to build my Hanging Gardens Wonder. Now you need 2 wood, which I have, glass, which I have, but I don't have the scroll, so I'm going to spend 2.
Neither of us are producing purpose, so it's just the 2 for Dave.
Buy that scroll, and now I get 6 coins from that.
And there is $6 back.
So I get $6. And in addition, I have 3 victory points at the end of the game. Now you always put the card under it, because this has the symbol, which I think I can put that there. This little loop with arrows means you can use that card again. So I could build that wonder twice if I chose.
And twice is the maximum limit for any of the wonders, but some of the wonders are repeatable if you can get the required resources to repeat them. And now it's to me again. So I am out of money, but there is free resources on the board. Free, so I will go for free. The other nice thing about these blue cards and some of the red cards that I have here, you'll notice there's little icons up in the top right-hand corner. That means it will actually pair with another card. So, for example, Dave's Stables with that horse shoe icon, there's another card in the game that will pair with it, and if you're lucky enough to get a pair, you can actually play the card for free without having to pay its resource cost.
Alright, so I am already building glass, so I'm going to take the apothecary and get me some science.
Well, I have no money left, so I'm going to go after the tavern here. So I get myself a straight 4 gold, because I definitely am going to need that at some point.
That card.
Another card revealed.
So that's just a free stone, which I will take.
So I'm getting a little nervous about Dave with the science and all the sciencey cards here. So what I think I want to do is I'm going to grab this science card, but I don't want to spend my money on it. So I'm going to choose to discard this card. So it's just a burn card. Now when you choose to discard a card, you're going to earn 2 gold for the card, plus 1 additional gold for each of your yellow cards. So I've got 2, so that means I'll get 4 gold for discarding it. So that'll give me some more money that I can use later on.
So I'm going to go with that other science. I need $1 back from the bank. And that gives me 2 different science cards.
And as we mentioned earlier, if Dave were to have 5 different symbols, like he has the wheel and the quill right now, if he were to get a set of 5 all different symbols, he would immediately win the game.
And this card comes on. Done.
Excellent. Since Dave's got all the lumber, I think I'm going to go for the brick. That's going to cost me $1.
I'm going to pay $1 for that scroll.
So Dave now produces that Parapus. And that doesn't leave me a whole heck of a lot of choice, so I'm going victory points. I don't think I want to burn it, because again, victory points are keys to winning.
So what I'm going to do is discard this and rebuild that same wonder the second time, because it has the recurring, and that gives me 6 more coins and then 3 more victory points at the end.
And then lastly, I have a merchant card that allows me to buy brick at 1 each. I can see on my wonders here I'm going to need some brick resources, so I think it's definitely worth the 3 gold for that. And that's the end of round 1. So we're going to stop our playthrough demo here. I think the amount that we went through here with Age 1 will give our viewers a good enough understanding of how the game is played. Ages 2 and 3 are played just like Age 1. A few differences: the design that the cards come out in changes on each age, so they'll be stacked a little bit differently age over age. You can see on our reference card there. As well, in Age 2, our Age 2 cards, the resource costs start getting higher for things, the victory points start getting bigger, and some of our resource cards produce double resources and things like that. Age 3, again, similar to Age 2. In our Age 3 cards, the resources continue to escalate, but you can get 2 and even 3 military power for some cards. And as well, Age 3 is also going to introduce you to the guild cards, which are unique cards that can give you some really big bonuses come end game. Like this one gives you 2 victory points for each completed pyramid for yourself or your opponent.
And remember, the victory points only come into play if someone doesn't win by getting military might to one side or collecting 5 different science cards.
Per our usual, we want to thank you very much for taking time out of your day to stop by and check out our video.
If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below, and as usual, we'll answer them as soon as we can.
We'd like to invite you to like, comment, and subscribe to the video, and if you're interested in picking up 7 Wonders Duel, feel free to click the link below and get it from Amazon, or go out and support your local game shop. We always love it when you support local, and until next time, make sure you build those wonders.
Thanks everyone, see you next time.
Later.